Hey guys, what is up? What's happening? I'm so excited you're here. My name is Corey Campbell, and let me ask you a question. Have you struggled with creating headlines that bring people in? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you 3 headline formulas that you can model and create and build out your awesome headline, your own swipe file of your headlines. That's what I'm going to be talking about today. As you guys come on, I'm trying something totally cool today. Oh my goodness, can't wait. Totally cool. Is drop me a hello as you're coming on, and want to give some shout outs if I get a chance. I know today is a holiday, at least for the US and I think the UK as well. It's Monday, but it's still Monday. I'm showing up for your coaching with Corey session. And then after this call, my hubby and I are going to go spend some time together in the sunshine. It's a beautiful day. So drop me a hello as you're coming on. We're going to be talking about headlines and what you can do, how you can create persuasive headlines that make people want to stop, read your stuff, watch your video, that kind of thing. Is right. So that's what we're doing. Selling is serving. I got a few tabs open, so I'm keeping it awesome. All right. So I can't wait to pull this together. I even made a quick little PowerPoint for you because I just wanted it to be fun. I know, it's crazy. And I can't wait. So my husband and I were going to go motorcycle riding today. So I got my Harley shirt on because we're going to go ride our motorcycles around through the mountains in Napa Valley. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But before I do that, I want to show you this. All right. All right, here we go. How to create persuasive headlines to attract more people to you. Because here's the thing. If you're attracting more people to you, then you have the opportunity to impact more lives. And if you're able to impact more lives, you guys know I coach impact equals income. If you're not making an impact, then you're not going to have the income. If you're chasing after the income without having the impact, it's going to fall apart, right? You might make the income short term, but long term, it's not going to be a solid foundation for you. So that's what I want to help teach you how to grow, is a solid, awesome foundation. You're attracting people, and I don't mean just more of anybody. I mean more of your exact target audience, right? If you have an avatar, maybe you've named this avatar, that's who you're bringing in. Those are the people who have the problem that you solve, right? Think of it that way. Every time somebody's buying something, they're trying to solve a problem. If you're buying a car, it's because either your car broke down, it was crashed, or you need a new car for your kid, right? There's a reason to need the car. There's a problem, you're solving it, right? If someone buys a hairbrush, it's because they have a problem and they need the solution, and the solution is the hairbrush. Same thing goes for everything, right? So that's what we're going to walk through today. And ask yourself, have you ever struggled with writing a headline that's great, right? Writing a headline that catches somebody's eyes, that increases the engagement, that gets people to say, yeah, I want to know what that thing is. Like, have you ever struggled with that? I know I did. I did for a long time. And even still today, is I'll write a headline, I'll test it. And then if it's crickets, okay, it's like, the world doesn't want that, right? There's a reason why. So I pull it off, I tweak it, and I'm constantly growing. And that's what I want you guys to be doing too, is constantly growing. Right? So if you're making crappy headlines, that's okay. We all do it. I still do it, right? And we're going to make it better. But a headline follows a basic formula. And there's a few different types of formulas. I'm going to give you 3 formulas today I want to do 3 examples each. So you got tons of content to take and tweak and model and roll with it and change it out in your business. So that's what we're going to get into today. Is I'm going to give you 3 different formulas that you could start using and rock and roll in your business. You could make these changes today. Like, you could totally take one of these formulas today, post it up on your Instagram, post it up on your Facebook, create it to be a headline for a blog post. Make it for a YouTube video, right? This is the thing that I'm doing here, is I'm running this into Facebook and I'm putting this out into YouTube. Like, how cool is that? So I'm leveraging my time with the same headline formula. Okay. So that's what I want you guys thinking about. So I'm going to get into the 3 headlines. First one is a how-to formula. The second one is a ways to formula. And then the third one is a mistakes formula. I'm going to explain why, right? Learn how to do something. And usually it's to get away. They want to make a change because of one of 2 reasons. They either want to go toward the solution or they want to go away from the problem. Now you might say, well, they sound like the same. Well, yeah, I get it. They do. But it's the mindset of what that person is thinking about. So think of your customer, your ideal audience, your target member, and think about what is it that they're thinking. Do they want to have this shiny object over here, this shiny life, whatever it is that they're running toward? Do I want to bring them toward that? Or are they stuck in their mind that this is here, like this is crappy, this is, this part sucks, and do I want to get them away from that thing? It's that mindset shift could take you in either direction. And this is great for A/B testing, like side-by-side testing. You can make a formula that essentially is leading to the same goal, but one of them is attracting them to it, and the other one is pulling them away from their struggle challenge that they want to get from. So you can put those nuggets into any of these 3 formulas I'm going to give you. So the first one is how to, right? How to do blank, right? And I did a good, better, best because you can still do, how to do this and it's still good, right? So how to lose 10 pounds. That's still a decent formula. It's okay. It's going to make people who have that problem, who want to have that solution, they're going to answer on it. And they're going to post on it. They're going to reach out to you to help them with that thing. You can make that same how-to formula better by adding something to it. So it's how to do blank, in as little as a week, in as little as 2 months, if you want to put a time frame in there, or without having to go to the gym 7 days a week, without something, okay? Or while you. So maybe it's how to grow your side business while you're still working your full-time job, right? So you're adding on another piece because you're getting deeper into their mind. You're getting deeper into their thought process. And you can make that even bigger, like a bigger impact is adding at the very end, even if. And usually the even if is handling an objection. So if someone is going to come up to you, think of what your normal objections are. If someone says, I don't have enough time. So even if you're a crazy busy professional, or even if you're running the household, you're a mom, all of this stuff. So even if answering their objections, because if they read this, the beginning part of your headline that says how to do blank while blank, so like how to grow your side business while you're still working your full-time job, in their mind, they're like, well, I still have the house, I've got the kids, I've got this, even if you're busy at the house too, because it's answering their objection right in the headline. Seriously, amazing stuff to be able to do that. I'm going to make this make this a little bit bigger so you can read that better. So you can take a screenshot of this, right? So you can fill this in, right? Is how to do blank. Make that a little bit better is how to do blank in as little as, or without something in particular, or while you are still doing something. And then take that even deeper down into what their brain is thinking, right? Take that really, really solid down into it, and then add an even if. So you're answering an objection right in the headline. So here are 3 real life examples that you could use, all right? Never copy these things, but model them into what works for you and your business. So how to generate leads in as little as 90 minutes, even if you're not techie. This is one of my headlines because I have the organic growth lead generator. I teach people how to generate leads and sales in their business in as little as 90 minutes. They can run through, set up the whole process in 90 minutes, even if they're not techie. right? So how to generate leads in as little as 90 minutes, even if you're not techie. Right? How to lose weight without working out every day, even if you've tried every diet and failed. Right? Because maybe they've been trying to lose weight and they're working out a couple of days a week, but they feel like every diet I've ever tried, I've always failed. So that's going to be the objection. Well, why would I bother with this one? Even if you've tried it and failed, you can use this one, right? How to make money while you travel the world, even if you don't have a passport yet. They'd be like, oh, how to make money and travel the world? Yeah, I'd love to do that, but I don't have a passport. I've never had one. We'll teach you how to do that. So even if answers an objection, right? I hope you guys just love that as much as I do. And then what I want you guys to think about is when you're talking about how to do something to get that better life that they want. So what is the problem that you solve with your business? Are you helping people lose weight? Are you helping people make money online? Are you helping people travel? Are you helping people get discount travel? Are you helping people provide resources to kids? What's the problem you solve? And that's what you're speaking to. So then you can take a little nugget out of that and turn it into something that can help so many more people just with the how-to formula. So that's the headlines, right? And if nobody is seeing your stuff, whether you're doing it recorded, you're writing blog posts, you're doing Instagram stories, if nobody is like, there's no eyeballs on it, then you can't have the conversions to begin with. So we got to start getting the eyeballs onto that. And the headlines really help with that, especially with what's going on in the world today, because when you think about the amount of time people are spending online right now, bombarded with so much information. They're looking at their friends' stuff, their family stuff. They're missing people, so they're checking up on them, and then they're getting ads. And during all of that, they still have problems that they want to solve. They're not going to see it if they don't catch your headline. That's how important that headline is, right? So we go back, and now we're going to go into. So drop some comments down below. Tell me, like, can you come up with a how-to headline formula for your business? And drop them down in the comments. Let's check them out. I want to see what those are. Now we're going to get into the ways to formula. All right, the ways to formula. This is when you think about the number of ways. So number of ways to do blank. Number of ways to do blank and avoid blank. That's taking it a level deeper. Again, the better one on here is number of ways to do blank is bringing them to that solution that you have. And then when you add in the avoid, it's avoiding the thing that they're trying to get away from. So you're speaking to both of those mindsets of running toward the solution and running away from the problem. You're speaking to both in the same exact headline. And then the number of ways to do blank, even if you have blank. That even if, remember, this is solving an objection right in the headline. Because they're going to read this and they might come into a total skeptic because they're sitting here thinking, well, I've done this before. I've tried that before. And well, this says, even if I've tried all that before, I can still do it. Well, just prove it to me. And that's okay. But it got them to come in. And that's the whole purpose of the headline, is to get them to get to the next step. And they're never going to get to the next step if you don't connect with them right away. So we're going to go examples of the ways to formula. 5 ways to grow your business online, even if you've never done it before. So even if you've never done online business before, even if you've never been in business for yourself before, this is 5 ways to grow your business online. 3 ways to lose those last 10 pounds and avoid throwing out your closet. Because there might be someone who's, they're trying to lose the weight and they're stuck on this last 10 pounds and they're frustrated and they're struggling and they're out to the point where they're like, oh, I'm just going to have to throw out all my closet because these clothes don't fit me anymore. So we want to get them to avoid doing that. And I've got the 3 ways that can help you lose those last 10 pounds. Okay. 7 secret ways to earn passive income that every business owner should know, even if you're brand new. Right? So if I just had that headline as 7 secret ways to earn passive income every business owner should know, if you've got someone who's super brand new to business, they've never been in business for themselves, they just have a business idea, they read that headline and they're like, well, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I mean, passive income, it's I've heard about it. I don't know enough about it. So then you add on that piece, even if you're brand new, because if that's who you're helping to speak to, then that's who it's going to connect with. You could change up that even if and say, even if you've been in business for 20 years, or even if you've been in business for many years, because then you're going to be speaking to that audience. Depends on who your audience is that you're speaking to. You're going to speak a language that connects with them, right? So that is the ways to formula. Again, guys, I'm giving you some massive stuff in super condensed time today because I want you guys to take this and change it, do some stuff with it, and start putting this stuff out today, right? So I've gone through the how-to formula. So drop some of those down in the comments below. If you have a how-to, like maybe you have an awesome how-to form a headline, awesome headline. So drop that down and let's take a look at it. Or maybe you're like, hey, I'm thinking about this. Let's put this in there and let's connect and let's tweak it and make it better. This is how we're going to grow. And then if you have a ways to headline, like, hey, I've got this ways to headline. Let's see if this works. Drop those down in the comments. Let's work on this and let's grow it together. Okay. All right. I'm going to share this. And now we're going to go through the third formula today. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. So the third formula we have for you today is the mistakes formula. Okay. So this one is speaking to the audience that is trying to get away from something, but they feel like they're failing. So it's not that you want them to feel that way, but it's that you're speaking to them because that is currently where they're at. And you are going to be the solution to bring them through it. You are going to be the solution that shows them the way for whatever that way is, the problem that you solve. So which one of these blank mistakes do you make? In that blank, you're going to put your target audience. So which one of these marketing mistakes do you make? Which one of these diet mistakes do you make? Which one of these tax mistakes do you make? Which one of these travel mistakes do you make? You're going to speak to your target audience and just plug that in there. And that's a good one because that target audience are going to read that and say, oh, well, I don't know. Let me check out what they are and I'll see which mistakes I am making because they don't want to be making mistakes. Another way to do that is blank mistakes that all blank need to avoid, right? So we're going to get into that deeper, but it's like marketing mistakes that all entrepreneurs need to avoid. So if they're an entrepreneur, they'll read that and say, oh, I wonder if I'm making these marketing mistakes. So let me get in there and check it out. Right? And you say diet mistakes that all teachers need to avoid, right? So maybe you're going to be, oh, as a teacher, what do I need to avoid? Right? So maybe one of those is having candy in the room for the kids. I don't know, right? So you're going to teach them the different mistakes that they need to avoid for that specific audience. And then taking it down is the number of mistakes that you don't know you're making. All right. And you can get specific for the audience. So it's like the number of, I'm going to say 7 marketing mistakes that you don't know you're making as an entrepreneur, right? Get it as specific as possible because then an entrepreneur is going to read that and say, ooh, wait, what do you mean? There's things that I don't know that I'm doing. But it's that spin on the mindset that gets them to think, I wonder if, and they're going to look at you and say, hey, this person can help me, right? Whether you have a course, you're coaching, maybe you've got a program, maybe you've got a product, but they're going to look at it as you have the solution to get them to the point where they want to be, right? It's you that's going to get there because you have this product or this service or this opportunity to help you at that point. Okay. So here are some examples of mistakes formula. So which of these 7 marketing mistakes do you make? That's the headline. So if that's the headline, that's the thing that's bringing people in. Then your copy for the actual thing, right? So whether it be a social media post, a blog post, you're going to bullet it out what the mistakes that they are, and then you're going to give them the solutions to help them, right? Maybe that's your product. Maybe it's your service or course you have, or maybe you're connecting with a joint venture. So it's an affiliate for a business program you have. So you're going to connect them to the solution. But this is the headline that brings them in, is which of the 7 marketing mistakes, these 7 marketing mistakes do you make? Right? So, or 5 dieting mistakes that all busy professionals need to avoid. So if you're a busy professional that's on a diet, this is going to speak to you. And when you niche down your market, you'll get more of the specific people who want to have that solution connecting with you. So you're bringing in the right people. So it's not a matter of having 500 people view your post or like your post or comment on your post. It's who are you really truly trying to impact? And you're weeding those people out. So you're trying to put the spotlight on them and bring them to you so you can help solve their problem. So maybe out of 500, you're actually connecting with the 5. But if the 5 you're connecting with are good, solid people that have the problem that you solve, that want your solution that you have, those are going to connect you. You're going to increase your conversions through that piece and actually make that impact. But if you're out there just seeking for how many likes can I get on my social media post, or how many followers do I have, those numbers don't matter if they're not converting. So what these headlines do is they bring in the right audience that you solve. Because I don't know. Here it goes. Come back. This is important. No matter how awesome your thing is, no matter how awesome your product or service or opportunity is, if you don't solve all the world's problems. Like, you don't. It's not possible for you as one person or one business to solve all of the problems. You solve a very specific problem for a very specific audience. So when you're bringing in those specific people and that audience that have the problems, your conversions are going to improve so much. And that's what we want for you. Is like, one is we want you bringing in the right people for you, for your business, right? Just because someone else is doing something and they're bringing in like a whole bunch of numbers and they're like, oh, I've got so many, this person has so many followers and this person gets so much engagement on their social media posts. That's great if those are converting to sales. If they're just bringing in all the engagement, but there's no sales from that, you can't really compare that. So as a business owner, the whole purpose with the headlines is I want you bringing in the right people so then you can convert those into sales. Like, that's where, because when you're selling, you are serving your audience. And if you're not selling, then you're not serving your audience. So we go back to, how are you not selling? Are you not selling because they're not being like brought into your audience to begin with? Are you not selling because you're speaking to the wrong audience? So like I'm a business and lifestyle coach. If I went to, let's say, I don't know, let's say I went to a travel seminar and I'm the speaker at the travel seminar and I'm speaking about teaching people. And I'll say, I'm totally just making this up, right? I'm going to a travel seminar and they're talking about international travel. And I go in there and I talk about I talk about healthcare. Okay. I go up there and my whole speak is about healthcare. Nobody's going to convert because I'm speaking to the wrong audience. Again, totally bad example because I just made that up of my head. But no one's going to convert. And even though my thing would be really awesome, even though what I have is amazing and I can change people's lives and it can impact so many people, even if that's the case, if I'm speaking to the wrong audience, what does it matter? Because they don't have the problem or they're not looking for that solution. So what the headlines do is they help you weed through that and they find your flowers, right? They find what you're looking for. They find the people that you're looking for and they're bringing that in together. So that's what I want you guys thinking about when you're coming up with the headlines. So I just gave you 3 headline formulas that you can use. Start using them today and start writing persuasive headlines to attract more people to you. Right? Attract the right people to you. So I gave you the how-to formula, right? I gave you the ways to formula, and I gave you the mistakes formula. So go back through those, watch this video again, take some notes, and let me know which one of those is the first one that you're going to rock out, right? Which one of you guys will pull it together. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you found it beneficial. Drop me some comments down below and let me know what you loved, all right? I'm Corey, and I'm going to catch you next time.